Well, hi everybody, this is Diane Gilman. This is Fashion Thursdays Closet Confidential. And this episode is an ode and really a nod to Carolyn Bessette. The evening soap opera that's going on, love story about her and JFK Jr., but it's really about her style. And here's the good news. Her style was so enduring, so classical, so foundational, so simple to break down into your own life that we decided to do it as a Closet Confidential because you don't really need to go shopping. You can just shop your closet and put this together. I did. So we're going to start with one of her most iconic looks. And I have to explain this because she did not like the attention, did not like the stress of the paparazzi. She never invited them into her home or her personal life. So most of the looks you see her in are coats and outerwear because they were always waiting out on the street for her to walk through her front door. That's great for me because honestly, I love outerwear. And I bought this last year, 2025. It is calf hair. I am absolutely insane over this because I love leopard print. And guess what? So did Carolyn Bessette. It was actually the one print that you ever saw her in because her look was so solid. Very, very little color, which I really appreciate, and you should too, because it really narrows you down to what you've got and how to put it together. Black turtleneck, full disclosure, 70s vibe, and it's on Amazon for like $24. A pair of mid-tone jeans. Choose your shoe. Could have been a loafer, which she wore a lot, any kind of flat ballet shoe, or a flat ankle boot. We're not talking about having to go out and shop trend because Carolyn Bessette was not trendy. Colors, beige, tan, black, dark gray, and one print, and maybe one accent color. She chose red. So shades of gray, shades of tan, black, the uniform. Go into your closet if you don't have any turtlenecks because I love that color up against my face. It just takes care of a million problems because your neck ages so quickly. Everything Carolyn Bessette stood for: simplicity, color blocking by pieces, monotonal dressing. I already had, but she kind of brings it back into focus. It was the mid-90s. Here we are in the mid-20s of another century, and it all looks fresh and new. And to me, at a time period where we may not want to be spending a ton of money on fashion, and also fashion is sort of going around and around in circles like a hamster on a wheel, it's refreshing to go into your closet and say, what's old looks new again. So this is truly Closet Confidential. Here's the story. Carolyn Bessette loved her outerwear because she was so tall and so lean. She tended towards fitted silhouettes. I love me a trench coat. And as much as I've bought modern trench coats, Burberry brand trench coats, I always go back to this guy. And it's very Carolyn Bessette. Fitted, precise, cut correctly. You're not about trend. You are about personal style. Through the years, maybe it went from a V-neck sweater with a white t-shirt, crew neck underneath, to this knit turtleneck. I put an Hermes scarf on as well, just to give it a little bit of interest. Thank God it still fits and I can button it. That's a miracle in itself. But here's the point. I'm wearing it today with jeans. Tomorrow I could wear it with a pair of wool fitted spandex leggings. I could wear it with any kind of shoe, any kind of heel. It's never going out of style. It's already almost 30 years old, and it is still one of my favorites, and every time I wear it, people respond to it and say, oh, I love that trench coat. Nobody has to know it cost $15 30 years ago. Shop your closet for the Carolyn Bessette look. You've got to love this whole Carolyn Bessette fashion ethos because it is simply so doable, so practical, so foundational, and so wearable. So this is one of my favorite outfits, and I got to tell you how this came together because it's like from opposite ends of the world. This is truly closet confidential. I got the sweater when the Row first came out, the Olsen twins brand, and I thought, oh, there's got to be some massive secret to this brand and a reason why the prices are what they are, but no, actually not. However, I was a redhead at the time. It was pre-breast cancer for me, and I loved the color. It really worked. It actually still worked. And then years and years and years later, I saw these stretch suede faux leggings on J. McLaughlin. Unbelievable. They're almost a perfect dye to match. So when we talk about Carolyn Bessette and Monotonal, and an outfit that you could interpret in so many different ways, with a scarf, with a shawl, with a long pendant, if you're somebody who's into accessories. Very, very CB. I never knew when I was a redhead, faux, that gray was going to become my best friend when I went natural and my hair came out white. It just works for me. And if you are salt and pepper or just starting to gray, try every shade of gray. I will say the sweater, I have no idea where it came from. It's so old, but I saw this fully knit blazer on Uniqlo about 3 weeks ago, and I had to have it. And it's a men's blazer. It is so beautifully made. It costs under $80. It's machine wash and dry, and it's the one piece that I have to say out of the entire Closet Confidential on Carolyn Bessette is a new piece that I just shopped. I'm obsessed with this thing. I'm obsessed. And you know what? It just opened up a whole world of gray outfits for me. So Carolyn Bessette was not at all dedicated to shades of gray, but that's okay. She was blonde. She had different coloring. Whatever you are, choose a color where you can go head to toe. It really makes you feel good about you. That really works with your hair color, that works with your skin tone. And this knit blazer, wow, does it pack an incredible classic fashion punch for the price. Carolyn Bessette and I share a lot of thoughts about fashion, total agreement. And one of them is definitely, if you're not going to be wearing a trench coat or a piece of outerwear that's not too overwhelming and slightly fitted, you could be wearing a blazer. Now, here's where we differ. I absolutely love this Veronica Beard gold buttoned DB double-breasted blazer. It's navy. Again, agreeing with Carolyn Bessette, you don't want to wear too many accessories at all. I might, if I'm going out, going to dinner, meeting friends, be wearing the gold hoops because they just echo the buttons. But frankly, the buttons are enough. And she would never wear this. She would wear a DB blazer, but it would be just horn buttons. And I would have been fine with horn buttons too, but this is what they had and this is what I got. And what I love about it is the shape really works for me. I carry a lot of weight through my middle. And that's the tough part of the Carolyn Bessette fashion story, is although we both agree on neutrals, we both agree on simple silhouettes, direct messages, everlasting style. I don't want anything too loud, but I'm willing to accept something that has gold buttons, but that would not have been her. She would have taken a pass on this one totally. However, we both also agreed upon a good fit. They gave you some body definition, which this does. I've owned some of these pieces for so long because of Love Story coming back on air to stream. I came back, took them out of my closet, tried them on again, and you know what? Wouldn't you know it? It looks fresh. It looks new. Oh, maybe you want to change the layering piece underneath. When come springtime, I'll be wearing it with a simple crew neck white t-shirt, which I will also get from Amazon on Amazon Basics for under $20. And I think that that's the other important part of this message. You can, with the Carolyn Bessette formula of timeless, classics, neutrals, never going out of style, you can dress high-low in the way that she always put forth, which was effortless. That's the other really important part of the Carolyn Bessette message. She never looked like she was trying too hard. Now, two things I would like to see being done differently. Number one, she had this gorgeous waist-length blonde hair. It was kind of a shame to me that she always just pulled it back so severely and wore a headband, which I would never wear, not for me, and kind of killed that hero image of herself with this luxuriant, unbelievable hair. And the other thing, I have to say it, a smile. I think a smile is the best accessory you can ever have, especially if you are married to a multimillionaire, the most famous and eligible bachelor in the world. Come on, girl, give us a little life appreciation once in a while, looking like you're enjoying it. And that to me was one thing that was missing from every photographic chronicle of Carolyn Bessette, before and after she married JFK Jr., was a radiance, an enjoyment of life. Yes, she had good skin. Yeah, she didn't wear a lot of makeup. Yes, she had very precise, pared down taste in clothing and a real fashion sense that not only suited her, but if you really just go one by one through everything she believed in fashion-wise, it's very classic, it's very foundational, it's very easy to follow the steps she took. And you know, I kind of did that naturally. I don't have a lot of color in my closet. Gray, couple of shades of, navy, wearing it, love it, black, ivory for layering pieces basically, loafers, black boots. I didn't go out of my way to people my closet with a lot of bright color. And if I did buy it, if I was somehow seduced into it through a magazine editorial, I have literally wound up never wearing it. That part of my closet in my dressing room that we're in for Closet Confidential is all color, and that is the last closet and the least looked at closet I ever go to. I swear I'm gonna wear color every spring, and I just go back to the basics. You know, let's face it, here's the fascinating part about this Closet Confidential as well. Carolyn Bessette was 33 years old when she got married in 1996. In 2026, I'm 80 years old. I'm still wearing pieces from 30 years ago that are very CB, and they've endured, and they look as good and as appropriate today as they did 3 decades ago. So create your own Closet Confidential. If you're watching Love Story, the story between them, go shop your closet. Start to put together some of those outfits. A simple trench coat. What are you going to layer underneath it? Do you have a scarf, statusy looking, that you want to put with it? How's your jean collection doing? Which cut of jean? That was the other thing I want to say. One thing I really envied her for was her height. I'm a shrimp. I shrunk 2 inches from my youth. I'm 5'4" now. She was 6 feet tall, so she would buy like regular bootcut jeans, and they would look cropped on her. She would buy regular trousers off the Calvin Klein collection. They would be above her ankle, and I love that length. I think that is so cool. But am I ambitious enough at this point to go out and get everything tailored? My jeans, my trousers? I don't know. We have to wait till later in spring and see how that goes. But offhand, I would say not all together, but you, whoever you are, in whatever part of the country you're in, whatever your hair color is, whatever your height is, whether you're petite like me or a tall girl, you can create your own Carolyn Bessette look because it is non-gimmicky, non-trendy, built to last forever, and just make it. Hi, today we're talking about Particlar. This is a series of supplements, and let me tell you what, if you are aging with any sort of inflammation that becomes one of the biggest issues in your everyday life, and swelling and joint pain, oh, I'm on it 100%. I begun a new vitamin regime from Particlar that has literally changed my life, and I feel so much better on a daily basis. Try it out with a discount using our code below. You are going to love it. So personally, you. That is the point of this Closet Confidential.
Thank you so much for listening to Too Young to Be Old podcast. The episode may be over, but the fun doesn't have to stop here. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at The Diane Gilman, or visit our website, thedianegilman.com. If you like the show, leave us a rating or a review and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. And until then, don't forget, age is just a number. Together, we'll prove that we are all too young to be old.